Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we have got a 1 versus 1 on Tranquility's End. Playing on the northern side as Demon Hunters, we've got Vrax. Playing on the southern side as the Death Guard, we've got Focus. Focus will be opening with triple Nurgle Cultists, a couple of Poxwalker Slaves, and a Scourge Generator. Whereas Vrax is going to go for triple Brotherhood Champions, a Architect, and what are you? I can never click on you. UI Teleportarium Orbitalis. I know how Latin works. I can read things. So it's been a while since we've seen Vrax on the channel. We do miss him. I hope you're okay, Vrax. Everything around your end is going quite alright. As Focus, we've seen him plenty as of late. Always playing that Death Guard, always showing us how the Death God, or the Plague God, sorry, works his way. But actually, as an interesting opening, he's going for 1 million Poxwalkers and double Scourge Generators. What is your plan, Mr. Focus? Is this just a quick tier 2? Maybe. I mean, I've never seen quadruple Poxwalker opening into... Is it quadruple? 1, 2, 3... I don't know, but triple or quadruple, it makes no difference. It's still a very unusual opening. So I'll be excited to see what this leads to. After all, Focus is well known for... Well, he's only known for playing the Death Guard. So if anyone's going to know any unusual build orders for them, it is going to be him. And we have seen Vrax going for the Grey Knight opening. So good to see these Interceptors coming out. And these guys, I mean, look at that. 70 to 90, 25 to 40. These guys pack quite the wallop. But, what? 60 blue and 15 green to reinforce. They are very expensive. You've got to make sure that you use them to their maximum efficiency. Nurgle Cultist coming over to spot this Brotherhood champion. And I quite like that Nurgle voice in the background. Ah yes, it's the Grey Knights. Quick, kill them quickly. But, I mean, to be fair, even though he's technically like a champion, he's only heavy infantry armor, so we'll take damage a lot quicker than your regular champions. I've seen some argy-bargy over on this side, the Grey Knights coming straight over in and scaring away these Nurgle Cultists, and surely it must be a quick tier 2. That must be the strategy. Genuinely can't fathom any other way that he's going to pull this out. Or are you just dedicating yourself entirely to economy and ignoring the game? You're thinking, no, I'm just going to do my economy. I'm playing SimCity here, guys. Leave me alone. Might be getting these guys confused with the Demon Hunters in Ultimate Apocalypse, where it takes them a while to get online. But these Grey Knights, no, they get out straight away. No messing around with these guys. They come straight in, start slicing these guys up. Nurgle Cultists will try and meet them in close combat, but going to go straight for that decap. Must be so frustrating losing that relic. It takes absolutely ages to get them. Although, mind you, in range of this Plague Belcher, losing health by the dozen. Only 2 miles left, and they might actually lose their entire squad here. Not sure if this is a fair trade. Not a fair trade at all. That's quite an expensive mishap right there. We're going to get another one straight away. It's going to leave these Brotherhood champions to their own business. Nurgle Cultist not quite getting a decap on this area before the Imperial icon was placed down. I like how this building has the word listing post in brackets, just in case we don't know it. Whereas things like listing shrines don't have that. I can imagine some Eldar players being really confused then. Architect flying over here. Quite a nimble piece of kit. Also vehicle armor. So can kind of just ignore the cultists a little bit. He says, although they are still 300 health, you know, still relatively vulnerable, but not nearly as vulnerable as it could be otherwise. Brotherhood champion still chasing things around. Come on, do something, right? Okay, so you've built up all that economy. For what? What was your purpose? Just to build a Temple of Disease and then the Gift Repository. Going in for a Plague Lord. There must be a reason. If I'm not aware of the reason, please let me know, someone in the comments. Clearly not that wise in the ways of the Death Guard. Imperial Icon being cut down as the Architect can't get in there to build it up. Brotherhood champion slicing and dicing everywhere. Current economy is at 80 and 20 compared to 92 and 20. But neither side taking up too quickly. Even though there's only 2 guys on the field at the moment, they're holding their own quite nicely. Striking left and right, a third Nurgle Cultist squad coming out on the way. And when that Plague Lord pops, I reckon the tide will turn quite sharpish. This person has been taken out. Decappings on the way. Purgators with their incinerators on the way. We'll put the morale. We'll do a little bit of damage as well. But Plague Lord, man. This guy knows no chill. Knows no bounds. Hungry for the backsides of those Grey Knights. He's not going to slow down. Hold up, second squad coming in. Ah, the old flankaroonie. But there are a lot of cultists, in all fairness. And to be fair, the DPS of these Purgators don't seem to be... Yeah, they don't seem to be really taking out these cultists too quickly. So maybe that was the plan all along, just focus on the cultists early game and gain that map presence, although in saying that, it took him a while to capture this listing post. You'll see a Feckle Nullmaul for defensive reasons. Tempted to capture the critical location over here, but won't quite get it. Of a champion getting surrounded, but he doesn't mind that at all. He's a big boy, he can look after himself. Actually, the Flamer, a very nice addition to the armory of these Purgators. Going through these Nurgle cultists quite quickly, actually. Was that a squad wipe? Not quite. Still got 3 models here. Although one squad wipe happening there. Plague Lord taking nary a minute amount of damage. Well, that should be able to just stand there for quite some time. Keep those boys occupied. Another guy shimmering and shaking there. Did you come back to life, Mr. Brotherhood Champion? Did you refuse to die? Well, fair enough. If that's what he could do, that's what he could do. Plague Lord, unable to really keep up with these guys. He's not quite as nimble to catch up with them. Tier 2 being finished for Vrax. And please, for the love of God, say that you've gone for Tier 2. Thank you. Good Lord, I was worried for a second then. Don't scare me like that, Focus. I'm an old man. I've got a heart condition. Or at least probably a heart condition by this point. I don't need it in my life. Purgator, just a cat. He's just a car. He doesn't go brum brum. Brotherhood Champion about to be shot down. Oh no, oh, it's a teleport, right? It's not him coming back to life, it's just him phasing out of existence. Is that what it is? You just... Oh, is this like a Necron Lord phase shift kind of thing? Is this your life now, Mr. Brotherhood Champion? Is this where you be? Among the stars and the spinny things. Hey, fair enough, you do you. Who am I to judge? Oh no, he's back. He's okay. Just having a bit of a think before dying. Contemplating his life. Saying his prayers to the gods on high. Plague Lord still just ignoring all the incoming damage, more or less. I've got deployment escalation, which I imagine that is they're able to get the next stage of the Grey Knights. Which will be Intercessors, question mark? A Blood Rhino there. Although nothing really to fill the Rhino up with. I assume Plague Havocs. Or maybe just using that Bloated Rhino in a offense. Ah, there we go. I knew there was going to be Plague Havocs somewhere in there. Can't fool me. I know what's going on in the game, apart from what happened there. No idea what that was. Throwing sludge about. His sludgy bits. And the man. Oh, I do quite like the orange sword that this guy's got. Very aesthetically pleasing models have the Grey Knights got in this game. And the Bloated Rhino there, actually, once those Purgator Justicas are out, goes down quite quickly, but so does the Brotherhood Champion. The Plague Lord on the front lines of that squad. Also teleporting in some... there we go, Interceptors. I was close. I wasn't... Intercessors was wrong, but Interceptors... Just a couple of letters off. My spelling wasn't quite correct on that one. But yeah, so we'll require another Bloated Rhino to keep these guys out of close combat with these guys. Need to make sure that Micro is absolutely on point with these guys. As look how quickly these guys just absolutely mulched. Right, Feckle Nullmaul been thrown over by that Primogenitor tree over there. Rhino not quite able to push through. Seems that these guys have got a decent amount of vehicle damage on their regular weapons. The Plague Havoc's been cut down to shreds, down to ribbons. So what would the play be for the Death Guard here? Plague Havocs, I mean, they've got no vehicles to go for, so I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, okay, maybe, yeah, the Stormhawk Interceptor's coming out, which are a remarkably useful aircraft builder vehicle. So maybe have, like, those guys on the background, but you want a front line for them at the very least. But I don't know if Assault Marines would work in this situation. I think these guys have got, like, a natural... Yeah, they're quite alright in close combat as well as the ranged combat. Humming and ahhing, thinking about the Death Guard roster here. Yeah, I don't think the Bloated Rhino's going to do it for you anymore. Quick tier 3 and then... the blooming Terminators. I don't think I've got time to go tier 3, have you? I don't think I've got time at all. Where's the Plague Lord gone? Is you still knocking around? You're still there. Shooting down these guys who have moved forward a little bit too far. Seeing another Rhino. Don't really have the money to be throwing things away, young man. Got the Plague Havocs over here, recouping their losses. Stormhawk Interceptor rolls on in. A very fragile beast. Making extensive rework of that listing post, turning into the greenest of Swiss cheese you've ever done and seen. You have a... So there we go, the cesspit. Bring out the big units. Some tough, tanky infantry is probably what the Doctor ordered here. Are they called Death Shroud Terminators? I think that's what they're called. The Grey Knight's running out on steam, actually. Seems to be. Had a good push in. Taken on listing posts, but the numbers are waxing and waning. Big slice from the Plague Lord. Yeah, did not look like that the Death Guard were going to be able to defend that. Still might not do, actually. But these listing posts, they're very strong. I'm not sure what Plague Company Focus has gone for. He normally goes for number 1. But I've not seen any Plague Zombies, so that suggests to me that he's gone for a different one. Making me think that he's gone for, I think it's number 7, where they get the upgraded Plague Belchers. It's probably why we're seeing a lot of these Bloated Rhinos, in all fairness. Plague Lord also spewing up on his own boys to increase their health regen. I want to bring these guys over, young man. Give them the assistance that they so rightly need and deserve. Another Rhino sent to the sin bin. Strike him down with all your might. Stormhawk Interceptor being scared away once again. I mean, to be fair, the Plague Havocs aren't terribly in close combat neither, when compared to the Purgators. Still don't want to be in close combat, but it'll do him. And there we go. By the skin of his teeth, he survives. Another Interceptor squad has been brought forth. We do have more Stormhawk Interceptors on the way. Very expensive, actually. 165 and 300 green. I mean, they are very good aircraft for the money that you pay for them. It's still quite expensive. You don't want to lose them at all. Plague Havocs inside the Bloated Rhino, chasing him around. What are the economies at the moment? 80 and 50, compared to 110 and 66. Bloated Rhino being cut down for the 5th and 6th time, maybe. Who knows? We go looking for that support capacity increase, so maybe more Rhinos than just one. Maybe a small fleet of them. Interceptors teleport in. And then start praying. Oh, they're going to right. They jumped over. Thought, oh, I don't like this. Teleported back over. They were just having a look, just seeing what was going on, that's all. You know, minding their business. But yeah, the Grey Knights doing a really, really good job at containing the Death Guard on their side of the map. Bit of an unusual opening, I think, put the Death Guard in a little bit of a disadvantage. Gonna go straight for Mortarion there. Right, okay. That's one way to do it. Just hang on for the most minimal amount of units humanly possible, in the hopes that he can survive until tier 4, then just bring out Mortarion. And does Vrax see this coming? Don't think he's really got much to counter him, to be honest. Tell you what, man, Focus, he can... The things he could do with Death Guard is terrifying. While you were going to school, he was learning the way of the Death Guard. While he was spending time with family and loved ones, he was learning the way of the Death Guard. And learned them he did. Looks like he's doing poorly at the moment, but the moment this guy comes out, it will take him a while there. It's a high-risk stratagem here. Losing a lot of the economy in the process. We've already lost one Plague Havoc squad as well. Do you have the money to buy more stuff? Not really. Not much really at all. No point wasting more of it. Well, you can't waste more of it on Rhinos. Mortarion will fill up all this squad vehicle cap here. I think he takes up vehicle cap. Do you? Can I see? You do take vehicle cap. You've heard it here first, boys and girls. Mortarion is officially a vehicle. That's how it works. Plague Havoc summing and ahhing about what their best course of action is. Mortarion has been summoned. Go forth, Mothman. Sort him out. Now is the time to strike him down. He is demon armor, though. So I'm not sure if this is the engagement he wants. Not sure if any of these weapons do particularly strong against demon armor. And actually, Mortarion already taking a fair bit of damage. With him being a melee unit, it's not quite going to be able to... Although we got just by sheer being near these guys. In fact, I think he does AoE damage. Yeah, he does. Just by being near them, he's going to kill them all. Look how it's now going to beat away the Stormhawk Interceptor. Taking a good swipe on these boys. Won't take long for Mortarion to kill an individual model. But the squads as a whole might take him a while. There he goes. Floating around like a big dirty fly. Unable to really counteract these Stormhawk Interceptors though, but they don't seem to be doing that much damage to him. Huge attacks there from him. We're not seeing much else, just Stormhawk Interceptors. Anything other major? We've got Librarium on the way. Also got the Temporal Power Tier 3. Mortarion says, you know what, nerds? I don't care about what you guys are doing. I'm here to hunt for these tasty structures. Probably what I should have done a long time ago, to be honest. He's already on half health. And he's going to go straight for that Inquisitor Tower. He might even be able to kill it way before any of these guys can kill him. Look at that. That's just an intimidating amount of DPS on the go. Can you replace your building? No, you really can't. Scott started rebuilding it somewhere else. Does not look like it. HQ goes down. And make sure that your builder units are still fine and dandy. Mortarion has been sent back home. Bit risky. So that he is now dead, but he's done his job. He came in, exploded with a great big green pus of death. Now, are you going to just get him again? Do you have the money for him? I don't think you do. But, I mean, wouldn't hurt at all. But now the counterattack's incoming. And what's the follow-up for that, really? I think it was a bit of a mistake sending Mortarion to his death. Once that HQ fell, he should have really gone out of dodge there. But being supported by a couple of Plague Havocs, while health regenning himself away from all that nonsense, could have done him a lot of good. It was committed, gosh darn it. He saw rage in his eyes. The redoubtable Mortarion. His tactics being a little bit doubtable. Sting Post shot up. And soon to get down. Oh, this Sting Post has been barely up for 5 minutes in this game. Look how it's using the cusp of the mountain. Keep out of range of these Grey Knights. Stormhawks coming around the flanks. And yeah, there we go. Just gonna go for another Mortarion. Although you have lost your... Oh, you've lost your Bane Pit. That's so unlucky. Do you have any more builders? Got one over here. Just build another one as quickly as you can. Otherwise, Mortarion will not see the light of day anytime soon. I didn't even know that the Bane Pit contributed towards the vehicle cap of the Death Guard. A couple of people dancing around trying to keep the infection point alive, but... Oh no. Oh me, oh my. Well, you're going to be building it somewhere. Just anywhere, young man. Infection point on the cusp of death. Can the Plague Havocs at least sort out the Stormhawk instance? That's where most of the damage is incoming. But no, they do lose it. No more Tyrant has finished. He just can't get out. He's stuck like an Uruk in Isengard. Can't exactly push through the mud and the meat. And I don't think that without your infection point, I don't think you can build up another Bane Pit. So this is just the worst case scenario for Focus here. Might have to just cancel Mortarion. As depressing as that sounds.
4 minutes until taking full victory.
Yeah, not really been able to get off the feet with the strategy. Well, I can kind of understand it now, but there's a lot of risks in play there. A lot of things that could go wrong, which thankfully didn't for the most part, but kind of fell apart later on down the line. Those Plague Havocs constantly unable to get away from the Grey Knight Purgators. Got to start rebuilding that infection point. I like it, not giving up until the end. It's been very frustrating, knowing that it was just about to finish anyway. Plague Havoc's unable to shoot at that Stormhawk Interceptor. What a sad time indeed. A Purifier squad on the back lines. A bunch of Purifying swords. You're literally on fire. Is that how holy you are? Yep, fair enough. So holy they can't stop burning. And the Poxwalk slaves were temporarily being fired at by that Stormhawk Interceptor. But just ignoring them. Not allowing the Plague Havocs a moment of respite. A moment of time by themselves. Death to all and all a good night. Final Plague Marine. And that, as they say, boys and girls, is more or less that. Focus says GG. And what an unusual game. What an unusual game. I was hoping to see some crazy early game shenanigans, but that was pure late game rush right there. Which sometimes works when you're up against a player who's maybe a little bit less aggressive, but I suppose when Vrax came in there, the first squad of Grey Knights, and saw the lack of stuff that was going on, he probably thought, ah yes, time to get quite aggressive and stuff. But really, really close. If Mortarion either killed more stuff, killed more units, or just got out of there just to regen his own health, that might have been a completely different story. But such is the way that the cookie crumbles. Alright, well, thank you so much, Vrax, for sending in that game. If you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week, and all that stuff. As for Miss Landshark, pleasure as always, never short, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.